Hey kids, here's the last choose your own adventure in lesson 6. And these have been challenging because this is probably the hardest thing we've had to do. It's just overriding these equal methods. But this is lesson 6, level 7, choosing your own adventure by overriding the equals methods. And we've got one more left to do, the unique color. So let's see what this is going to ask us to do. So in the color, cancel that puppy. In the color Java, we're overriding the equal method to check if the values in the object's red, green, and blue values are equivalent to the red, green, and blue values of the other color. If all values are equivalent, we return true. Otherwise, we return false. So you can see in the color runner class, we've created 3 color objects, teal, maroon, and some other color. And notice that these RGB values are not the same, but this other color is the same as teal. So that's exactly what we're testing. Does teal equal maroon, or does teal equal the other color? And so it's probably going to go false, true. So in the color object, I want to check, I need to not check just name. I'm going to check red, green, and blue to make sure they are the same. So I will need to get the green and get the blue. And I think I need to connect them with a bunch of ands. So this is not bad. I think we can make this work. There's nothing else up here that, let's see, did I miss anything else? I did not miss anything else. This is not a lot of moving parts on this one. So let's see if we can make this go. So first off, we're going to check maybe this current object that I have is actually an alias for the other object I have. And if that's the case, that means they're actually like the same kind of a thing. And I want to return true. Now, it's possible that maybe that other object isn't even an instance, it isn't even a color object. So maybe the other object, instance of color, maybe it's not even a color object. So if that's the case, I'm going to negate it, and I'm going to return false. But what I'm going to do is, if they're not aliases, and if they're not an instance, if the other is not even an instance of the color, I'm going to force it to be a color object. So I'm going to create a color object, and I'm going to call it I'll call it other color. And I'm going to take the other object and I'm going to cast it as a color object. And then I am just going to return, I need to get the green, red, and blue of everything. So I think what I might do is it might be easier. Maybe I'm going to create a Boolean variable check equals, and I'm going to say this dot get red equals other dot get red. Maybe what I'll do is I'll call this red, and then I will go Boolean blue, this dot get blue, and see if it equals the other thing, actually other color. Dot get blue. And then I'm going to do the Boolean of this. This is going to be green equals this get green, and I'm going to compare it to the other color get green, and then I'm just going to return red and blue and green. So if one of those happens to be false, it will return false. The only time it will return true is if they're all true. So I think this might work. Let's run this puppy and see what it does. Returns false and returns true. And going back here, teal was not like maroon. I got that. But teal was like the other color because the numbers matched up. So that's pretty good.